I saw my dead husband brushing his teeth at 2:11 a.m. I didn't scream when I saw my dead husband brushing his teeth. That's the part people don't believe. I just stood there in the hallway, barefoot on the cold tile, watching the bathroom mirror fog up the same way it always used to. His name was Michael Avery. He died on February 9th, 2019 at 11:42 p.m. on Route 6 outside of Ashwood, Oregon. And on August 14th, 2021 at 2:11 a.m., I watched him rinse his mouth and spit into our sink like he'd never left. If you're listening in bed, don't look towards the bathroom yet. My name is Laura Avery. I'm 36 years old. I live alone now in a 2-bedroom rental on Juniper Lane, just north of Ashwood, the same house Michael and I moved into 3 months before the accident. I stayed because grief makes you loyal to strange things, like houses, like routines, like the sound of someone brushing their teeth in the middle of the night. That night, I woke up because I heard water running. Not dripping, running. I checked my phone, 2:09 a.m. At first, I thought muscle memory had betrayed me, that half-asleep part of the brain that forgets who's gone. Then I heard the toothbrush, that soft, rhythmic scrape against enamel. Michael always brushed too hard. I walked down the hallway before I could stop myself. The bathroom light was on. He stood exactly where he used to, left hand braced on the sink, right hand moving mechanically. He looked healthy. No blood, no bruises, no broken neck like the coroner described. Just my husband in an old gray t-shirt, humming under his breath. The same tune he always hummed when he brushed. When he looked up and met my eyes in the mirror, he didn't look surprised. He smiled. Foam slid down his chin. I didn't speak. Something in my chest told me that if I did, I'd ruin whatever fragile logic was holding the moment together. Michael finished brushing, rinsed, turned off the tap. Then he leaned closer to the mirror and said, quietly, calmly, "You shouldn't be awake right now." And then he walked past me, straight through the bedroom door. The bathroom was empty. The toothbrush was dry. The mirror was cold. In the morning, I found the toothpaste cap screwed on wrong. Michael always did that. I called my sister Emily at 7:18 a.m. She told me grief hallucinations were normal. She told me I should consider moving. She did not tell me why my toothbrush was wet, too. The second time was August 16th. Same time, 2:11 a.m. This time, he didn't hum. He brushed in silence. And when he finished, he stared into the mirror longer than necessary, like he was checking something behind his reflection. When I asked, "Michael," he shook his head once, slow, warning me. I stopped sleeping. I started reading. Police reports, local obituaries, old Ashwood forum posts. I found something strange. 3 other widows in town, 3 other husbands dead. All of them reported bathroom sightings, all of them at 2:11 a.m. None of the husbands ever spoke first. On August 19th, I decided to stay awake. I sat on the bed, lights on, coffee shaking in my hands. At 2:10, the pipes groaned. At 2:11, the bathroom light clicked on by itself, and from down the hall, I heard Michael whisper, "Laura, you weren't supposed to watch." The bathroom light had never turned itself on before. That detail mattered. Michael was always careful about electricity. He used to joke that leaving lights on was how houses learned bad habits. I stood in the bedroom doorway at 2:12 a.m., staring down the hall. The light spilled across the carpet in a long, pale rectangle. The sound of brushing had stopped, but the water was still running, slow, steady, like it was waiting for something to rinse. I didn't walk into the bathroom. I leaned, just enough to see the mirror from the hallway. Michael was there, but his reflection wasn't. The mirror showed the sink, the light fixture, the towel rack, and empty space where he should have been. His body moved, but the glass didn't acknowledge him. That's when I noticed something else. The mirror was fogging from the inside. Michael spoke without turning around. "You can't look at me directly anymore," he said. "Not like this." His voice sounded strained, like it was being pulled through something narrow. I asked him why he was brushing his teeth. He paused, then said, "Because it keeps them out of my mouth." The water shut off. At the same time, every light in the house flickered. I didn't sleep that night. At 6:03 a.m., I drove to my sister Emily's house in Cedar Ridge, 20 minutes south of Ashwood. I hadn't even finished explaining when her face changed. She asked me one question. Did he look clean? I didn't answer fast enough. Emily told me something she'd never told anyone. The night after Michael's funeral, she woke up at 2:11 a.m., standing in her guest bathroom, holding a toothbrush she didn't own. Emily believed it wasn't Michael. She believed it was something that learned him. She said Ashwood had always had problems with mirrors. Old logging town, houses built cheap, reflections never quite lining up. She called it the residue. Things left behind when someone dies suddenly, especially if their mouth was open, especially if they were speaking when it happened. Michael had been on the phone with me when the accident occurred. I went back to the house on August 22nd. I knew it was the last time. At 2:11 a.m., Michael was already there. This time the toothpaste was black, thick, tar-like. He brushed desperately, too fast. His jaw creaked. Behind him, the mirror began to ripple, like something pressing against it from the other side. I saw mouths in the glass, too many teeth, too wide. They pressed against the mirror, stretching it thin. Michael finally turned toward me. His eyes were wrong, too reflective, like mirrors themselves. "They know your name now," he said, and for the first time, he begged. "Please don't let them hear you speak." The mirror cracked, a sound like a gunshot. One mouth pushed through, then another. Michael slammed his hand into the glass and screamed, "Run!" I didn't grab my phone. I didn't grab my keys. I ran barefoot into the night as the bathroom light exploded behind me. The house on Juniper Lane was condemned 3 days later. Faulty wiring, structural damage, no mirrors survived the fire. I don't live in Ashwood anymore. I cover reflective surfaces at night. I brush my teeth in the dark. And I never ever look at mirrors after 2 a.m. If you see the bathroom light on and someone brushing their teeth who shouldn't be there, don't speak. Don't look at the mirror. And whatever you do, don't open your mouth. Because once they learn your teeth, they'll never stop trying to use them. Good night.